Hello, everyone. Welcome to 100th Football Sports Talk Radio. I'm your host, Logan Landers, and today I'm doing a draft prospect look at Chris Paul, the offensive guard from Tulsa. So be sure if you enjoy this video or this episode of the podcast to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We go live each every week on Facebook and YouTube. Clips of our shows are on Instagram at 100th Football. And with our podcast, every single day you will find an amazing episode with, or sometimes multiple, it just depends on what we got going on that week. We got draft prospects, history specials, legend reviews, and so much more. So please go there, leave a review, and be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. So that way you never miss an episode. Chris Paul, the offensive guard from Tulsa. Let's talk more about the young man and what I like. So 6'4", 324 pounds, out of Houston, Texas. Played at Tulsa for a few years and put in some good work. Let's go back to high school, though, talk about where he came from and what he did in college. So before he went to Tulsa, back in high school, he's doing good work at Jersey Village High School, was a team captain his senior year. April 28th was Chris Paul Day at Jersey Village High School, so fun fact there. He's also the president of his high school class in 2016 to 17, and so he was putting in good work both on the field, where he was able to get first-team all-district merits, and also academically, where he got all-district selection his senior season. Going into 2017, he went to Tulsa, didn't play a whole lot, didn't play at all, sat out because, like a lot of guys, redshirt freshman. So didn't play 17, just kind of saw, what all was going on, and got that first year of college out the way. 2018, played all 12 games, started 8 of those at right guard, and he did a good time, right? He had a good work playing against a couple of teams, played against Arkansas State, USF, Tulane, Arkansas, UConn, Memphis, just name a few. Then we go to 2019, he started all 12 games at left guard, and he took all the snaps in the first 11 of those 12 contests. 2020, he played and started at right tackle in 8 games, named second team all-conference. So he's played a lot. He also played a little bit of left tackle for a little bit. And so he's proven that he's played pretty much everywhere on the line in terms of tackle positions. Also played a little bit of guard. We'll get to more of that in a minute. At Tulsa, right, he played in a lot of games, right? A 4-year starter, 38 career starts. He played 18 of those at right tackle, 12 of those at left guard, and then 8 of those at right guard, with a little bit of playing time at left tackle also. So he's played all across the board, all across the line, and he's done a lot, not just on the field, but off the field too. He's a very bright young man. He was named to the NCAA's D1 Football Oversight Committee as an SAAC representative for the 2021 year. He also served as the AAC's representative to the NCAA D1 Student Athlete Advisory Committee. And he's also a member of the NCAA Board of Governors Committee to promote cultural diversity and equity. So he's done a lot. And, he's done a lot on the field, especially off the field, too. Talk more about off the field stuff. He's part of a ton of different programs. He's a smart kid. He's working on his MBA right now, right, his bachelor's. And he already has graduated his bachelor's degree with computer information systems in May 21, working on his MBA now. So he's going to keep continuing doing some good work in college and a ton of different programs off the field. You guys can go and check all that out. So it would take me another 5 minutes to list them all off. He's just done a whole lot. But let's keep it back on the field, what he's done. So some of the things I like about him, one of his best assets is his strength as a run blocker. Good initial push, plays with good bend, and he's able to really get off the line of scrimmage and drive his opposing defender away. He has good feet, right? He has the feet. He can adjust very well to what's coming. He has good anticipation, good at trapping, and he also can dip his shoulder sometimes, move his feet to get outside leverage whenever he needs to. He's got strong and low leg strength as well. Coming out of his stance, is really good in short yard situation. It was a very run-heavy offense at Tulsa, so that's where his strength is going to be. And also, he has above average football smarts and also just general intelligence, like I was saying. Has a mean side to him, good character, and very good work ethic. So overall, like I said, solid prospect. Let's talk more about some things that he can improve on in the NFL whenever he gets drafted in April. He can be a little bit of a downside when it comes to speed rusher. When I say that, I mean they can get past him somewhat easy. Only, subpar quickness and speed coming off the snap. Not really too much of an acceleration or anything to speak about. Like I say, just a short area blocker with kind of a limited range. He barely gets to the second level at times. He will play sometimes undisciplined in space. Doesn't have much of a finishing attitude. Like I said, he has that mean streak, but I like to see a little bit more. He is heavy-footed, though, and does not have that good elite lateral ability, which is why he's not as high on draft boards. Like I said, struggles with speed rushers mostly, and his footwork needs a little bit more help. His footwork is a work in progress. Sometimes he can miss on some blocks after being beat initially, like I said, because he lacks that range and lateral quickness, so he can struggle there. But overall, I mean, Chris Paul is going to be a later round draft pick, I think, no doubt. Someone who you can work with and fine tune, someone that you don't need to really rush, someone who you can throw on a practice squad, find some run schemes, maybe a couple passing ones as well, and you can get him some playing time. He's a solid offensive guard because, like I said, he's played a lot in college. He's done a lot on the field, off the field to help him out, help out his character, his community, and all that. And I think if you draft him, especially in a later round, you're going to get someone who's a hard worker, who's going to come into practice, come into camp day in and day out, put his worth, right, put in his work. And I think he, over time, he can develop into a pretty nice prospect for an NFL team. I like Chris Paul. Can't wait to see where he goes in April. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're watching our episodes on our podcast, thanks so much for listening. Please be sure to leave a review. We go live each and every week on Facebook and YouTube. Check out our clips on Instagram at 100 Football and listen to the podcast anywhere you can, right? Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, iHeartRadio, you name it, you can find it. Thanks to the Believe Podcast Network. This has been my draft prospect look at Chris Paul, the offensive guard, offensive tackle kind of combo from Tulsa. If you have any comments, right, if you want to talk more about Chris Paul, if you have a player or a team or anything that you want us to bring up on an upcoming video, please drop a comment and we will get it in our schedule at some point at a later date. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening to what I got to say about Chris Paul. I think he's going to do good in the NFL.